So this is one of my roommates. This is Mr. Gus.
You are
The reason he's
here.
barking, he sees a squirrel out there. That's what he's looking for. So one of the groups I run at the center is called Write It, Edit It. And the idea behind this group is getting people who have aphasia back to doing some writing. And like any of our groups at the center, there's so many different ability levels, right? We have people who have aphasia who are writing books, and then we have people who have aphasia who are struggling to write sentences.
Yeah.
So this group meets our members where they're at. Each week, members are asked to do some homework and submit a writing assignment. So those assignments vary. I give everyone a writing prompt every week. So for example, this week's prompt was, if you could get on a plane tomorrow and go anywhere, and cost wasn't an issue and COVID wasn't an issue, where would you go and why? And then throughout the week, people send me an email with their writing answers, and I just put all that together. Or people can submit writing of other things like Kitty, your memoir, and do excerpts from that, which is great. It doesn't matter. It's just to give people ideas. But the idea is that they do the work on their own. And then when we come together, I share the screen in the room and we take turns going through each person's writing. And everybody in that room collaborates to help the members make their writing sample, what they've submitted, a little more correct or a little more clear, help them with spelling or grammar errors or with clarity and content. And it's just been such a wonderful group because it's a real team effort and everyone contributes. And it's my favorite part of the center is watching the members, become friends and talk to one another and form relationships. But yeah, I think a lot of members are like, well, what's that class? And they're not asking me or another group leader, they're talking to other members. So yeah, Kitty, you recruited Adina.
Yeah.
You said, come try it, see what you think. And she joined it and she's a wonderful addition to that class.
I know.
I feel like we're always asking our members what they're looking for in classes. And, again, as a team effort, they come up with ideas and then we see if there's other people who might be interested in it. And then we try to make a class happen. And there's been some, magical things that have come out of that.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I don't think I learned the word aphasia until I was in college and started taking, neuro classes related to speech language pathology. So I don't think it's a commonly known word. And I think unless you've had a stroke or know somebody who's had a stroke and has aphasia, so many people around the world have not heard of it and don't know what it is and really misunderstand it.
Yeah, like younger aphasia is not common, but it's real. Like I have aphasia. At that time, I have accident, and some people, Army is the I, and then Chris is the motorcycle, and the younger woman is the eyesight, and the different people like the skiing and just different brain injury is happen to have aphasia.
One of my first experiences with working with somebody who has aphasia was somebody who was 30 years old at the time of her stroke. And I met her when I was working at the National Rehab Hospital. And I just thought, oh my gosh, why is this? No. Strokes are something that happen to older people, or aphasia is something that happens to people who are older. And, that is not the case. So we see, whether it's from a brain trauma, traumatic brain injury, like you mentioned, combat wounded vets we've seen with aphasia, or even young people who happen to have strokes for whatever reason. There's a large number of young people. And, to me, one of the most important things for anyone, whether you're young or old, after stroke, is to meet other people who are walking your path,
Yeah.
I think stroke can be, and aphasia certainly can be, terribly isolating, right? It's, I've talked to a lot of people who tell me that their social network just disappeared because people don't know how to interact with somebody with aphasia, or it was very uncomfortable for them to be around somebody who couldn't speak as well before. And then on top of it, maybe other disabilities that you might have from the stroke. So I think it's really common for people to feel extremely isolated. And again, it's my favorite thing about the center is that, yes, we're working on communication and fitness, and those are our big goals. But the secondary benefit that often becomes the primary benefit for a lot of our members is that people, meet one another and just find friendships. That's my dog. That's Gus. Find friendships and a community of people that they can relate to and who kind of understand what they're going through. My superpower is bringing people together. It's something independent of work. It's not related to the Stroke Comeback Center directly, but I feel like I'm the person amongst different groups of friends that always makes people come together. I'm happy to plan things, to be able to see friends from this group or see friends through that group. So I'm really, really good at keeping in touch and bringing people together. And I think I use that superpower at the Comeback Center a lot. I love to plan the annual picnic or see what kind of social events we can do to bring our community even more together.